Hi guys, welcome to this video about how to remove a mirror of another mirror. So what I had, our project was to remove these small pieces of decoration mirror from this big mirror wall, so we were able to apply a timber wall like a self-sticking timber wall decoration thing. So at the end everything is good. I mean, the decision there was a huge decision if we should remove the big mirror wall too, or just the small decoration mirrors which were on top of the other mirrors to make everything flat. So we decided to just remove these small mirror parts and leave the big mirrors on the wall, on the drywall, to have a little bit less work. So the end result is really good. Everything is there. It was not too much weight to put everything on the mirrors. So I don't regret. The only thing is you have to be a little bit careful when you remove these mirror parts, that you don't shatter the big mirrors totally. That's a huge problem. And I don't know, if I would do it the second time, so maybe I would remove all of the mirrors, even the large mirrors. But it's up to you. It's definitely less work if you just remove the small mirrors. So what options do you have? I'm not a professional. I'm just a regular guy. And yeah, this is not professional advice. This is just my experience. It's a couple of months ago, and I thought before I forget everything, I want to let you know how the whole thing turned out. So I have been talking to, yeah, I went to Home Depot and I've asking people how they would recommend to remove such small mirror pieces from large mirrors, and nobody had really a clue, so I had to find out my own way. So I had such small wooden pieces. I don't know how they are called. They are really sharp and flat. I used them some time ago to fix something in the patio. Then I used them to turn on fire in my stove, and so I had a couple of them left, and I decided to start with this because wood is not so strong and does less damage than metal. And I also bought this. It's obviously called Pray Bar. It's a little bit more even thinner, but of course it's metal and it can cause much more damage to mirrors. And I've also bought this. This was just my idea, a cable saw, which I thought I had the idea to remove a little bit on top of each mirror and then go behind and move left, right to remove the glue behind the mirrors. And yeah, so this thing was a total fail. I mean, the problem was that it was glued. There was not a lot of glue between the mirrors, so it was not enough space to put this cable saw in between. There was too much resistance in between. I couldn't drag the cable saw from left to right to remove the glue. If you have a lot of glue, then it probably could work, but in my case it didn't work. So I started with these wooden, let's say, wooden pray bar, But the thing is, as you see, um, yeah, they are really sharp at the end. They are similar to these metal pray bar, but the thing, of course, it's not as strong as the metal, so it tends to break. The positive thing is it doesn't break easily the mirrors, but they break themselves. So you need a lot. If you have a lot of work, you need a lot of these wooden things because, yeah, they break all the time. Then you need the next one, next one, next one. You end up with a whole bunch of these wooden things. But actually, they are pretty good. So the disadvantage is, first thing, they break really fast, as you can see here. Then second thing is they are thicker than the metal pray bar. So that means when you hammer them behind or between the mirrors, the top mirror will be lifted up really heavily and tends to break faster compared to the metal pray bar. With the metal pray bar, you are actually able to remove almost only the glue. When you hammer it from the side in, it only removes the glue, the old glue or silicone or whatever they used, and doesn't lift up the top mirror a lot, so it doesn't break as easily. And the advantage of the metal thing, it has this latch where you have more surface to use with your hammer. With the wooden things, you have to be really careful to hit only the wood and not the mirror. That's a little bit about the difference. And one of the, yeah, before I forget, one of the biggest difference is, of course, yeah, again, here, if you hit something hard, like if you hit like on a gap between the back mirrors, then the wooden thing will break and not the mirror. If you hit it with the metal pray bar, then the mirror breaks. So if you have to be really careful and you don't want to break the big mirrors in the back, I recommend to use the wooden pray bars. If it doesn't matter, if you cause some minor damage, then it's much easier and faster with the metal pray bar. I have also made some videos, hopes it helps you a little bit. This is, yeah, great invalid parameter. Don't know why Google comes up with this silly stuff. It was actually working all the time. Of course, when you need it, then it doesn't work. So here, yeah, of course, you can see me set up the camera. You have to use ear protection. Yeah, use as much as protection as you have, because mirrors can be really sharp and cause a lot of injuries. But I didn't have a lot of problems. But use as much as protective clothes as you have, like shoes, long pants, long t-shirts, and of course, yeah, use ear protection because it's really loud, and over time, if you're doing this for hours, I think it could be a little bit a lot for the ears. And of course, use safety goggles. So here you can see that I was pushing these wooden things between. This are the big mirrors, and here we have the small mirror. And yeah, you can see how I was pushing these pray bars in between. So it needed really a lot. I go fast forward. Yeah, here you can see I tried the bottom, and then I tried the top. And because, yeah, I started at the bottom and it started to break here. And then I started trying everywhere, but it didn't really work. I couldn't avoid breaking the mirror, even when I was really careful, as you see here. So especially at the beginning, I was really careful and I tried to avoid any damage. So I was using then a tape to protect this area here, that if it totally breaks, there is not much glass coming out and spreading everywhere. So you see at the end I was able to remove the top part, and then also the bottom part. This is with the wooden pray bars. You see a lot of damaged things, and also the top mirror is damaged, but of course, but not the mirrors, the big mirrors below, which were directly on the drywall. That's the good thing. But overall at the end, I think out of 6 decoration mirrors, I was able to save or remove about 50% without any damage, and the other 50% had some damage, no matter if I was using the wooden pray bars or the metal pray bars. Here we have, I think, another video where you can see that I was using the metal pray bar. So that's much easier to go fully through. You can go from this side to the other side. If you have just a small mirror on top, you can go fully through this. I have put the sound on a very low level. It's extremely loud. You have to be careful, and of course you have to use a rubber hammer, not a metal hammer. Otherwise you damage your mirror. So you have at least to use 2 of them. One has to be left, and then you use the next one, put it below, and here you can see it. So always go next level below, and then so you work from top to bottom and try not that it doesn't fall down. Okay, anyway, that's it about cool. That's about it. So unfortunately I don't have any video footage when I broke the big mirror. I think you can see it here. This is a good example when I was breaking the big mirror. So here is a part of the there was always a gap between the big mirrors in the back. Here is one in the left, you have one in the right. So I was working from left to right, and here in this situation sometimes I was working from right to left, so just depending on how it worked for me. So the thing is here, the mirrors, they were not leveled. So this one was on a much higher level than this one, and I didn't see because there was the decoration mirror on top of it, and I just started working from left to right, and I pushed in the pray bar from left to right, and here exactly at this point it hit the big mirror from outside, and with the metal pray bar it shattered the big mirror immediately. So this big piece broke out. Is one of the only pieces from the back mirror which I destroyed. All other things stayed there, and this was not too much damage, so I was able to work around easily with the the timber wall. Nobody can see it now. The wooden planks are now on top of it, and nobody can see anything, any damage. It still sticks. But you have to be really careful. If this happens with the wooden pray bar, I think it showed me that there is some resistance, and only the wood had been broken and not the mirror. That's the disadvantage. You can see maybe here it's a little bit difficult to see, but this is really all. This mirror is on a higher level than this one, and when you come smash in your metal pray bar from the side, it really smashes this, shatters this mirror. And of course, at many spots I broke the top mirror, but still the big mirror below was still intact. It didn't had any damage so far. So yeah, again, the cable saw didn't work. If you have to be careful, use these wooden pray bars, or maybe they have a different name for it, I don't know, but look for that. You can find them in Lowe's or Home Depot. I can really recommend. If you have to be careful, if you don't have to be too careful and you have to work fast, then it's easier with the metal pray bars. So that's it for now. I hope I was able to help you a little bit with that. If you have any questions, like always, write to the comment section below, and I'm always happy to talk about and help and answer some questions. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.